to pick up the first down and tightening their coverage accordingly and end up making a really nice play.
Now Bridgewater on 4th down. Looking for Crabtree, and it's intercepted. Getting set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
They start on the ground with Forte. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
On 2nd down, Forte. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be limited to a short game.
Simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told them, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Bridgewater on 1st down. That is incomplete. Brian Quick, the intended target. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
On 2nd down, Bridgewater again. Crabtree with it over the middle. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And he dropped it. Now it was tipped, altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it, and now 4th down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll run for it. McFadden. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Down, Bridgewater. A right side catch by Crabtree. And he goes out of bounds inside the 10 at the 9. 23 yards on the play.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
And now a first down following that long gain. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. They'll run. McFadden. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after him. Put the pressure on him. His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll try and power it home here with a fullback Johnson. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
Partner, it's decision time.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. 4th down, they're going. Bridgewater. Deep drop. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it.
So after the INT, it's Brady finding time. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Steve Williams. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust. And this should be a position now where the great ones, they relish this opportunity to try and put points on the board. Oh, he caught it. Just couldn't get the feet down. Couldn't get that toe tap sequence, right? I was ready to call him tippy toes if that one was completed.
Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Well, partner, so much for the mismatch. How about the guy at the 2nd level, that big linebacker, able to run with the receiver and make a play on the football?
So the D-line's going to spread out. Play fake. Bridgewater into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Derek Johnson. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he slides to avoid the hit. So we've reached halftime here in a low-scoring affair. 6-0 is our score. As we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. J.J. Nelson now to return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Johnson leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. And the O-line will have to do a better job protecting here on 3rd down after that sack. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And hauled in by Pitta. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. No gain, and it's second down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
Bridgewater now on second down. And that's incomplete. Michael Crabtree, the intended receiver. And that's going to make it third down and 10. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses. Throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And now they're in the hurry-up. On first and 10, Bridgewater. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
But sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
Let's go.
On second down, Bridgewater again. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And he's brought down. It's a gain of 11. And it produces a new set of downs. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. Running again on first with McFadden. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says, try something different. Try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the safety here, Ron Parker. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. Now a play fake here on first down. Out to the left here to Reed. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for him.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Throwing on first down is Brady. And he rifles one incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it'll be second and 10. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Forte, the lone running back. Brady again here on 2nd and 10. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. Does the big boy have the juice? And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. So after the INT, it's Brady looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he's brought down. 12 yards on the pickup. And that'll be good for a Pittsburgh first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
On the counter, Forte. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
And leading here late, so a chance for the defense to really close out this game if they can halt the offense. On first down, Brady drops it underneath to Forte. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And, of course, the quarterback in this situation, he's realizing time is becoming a factor. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here late. Brady going to throw to the sideline, and a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs. In this case, the feet did a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camp. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Keenan Allen, 36 yards. And the Steelers have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. And that was just a fly route. There was no stop. He just went.
Yeah, and it was beautiful to watch because you have to set it up as you go along. Everyone knows he's fast, so you play him for that. That's the number one thing you want to take away. But as you go through a game, sometimes you vary the speed in which you come off the line of scrimmage and maybe start a little bit slower, get him to stop his feet a little bit as a defensive back, and then explode and go as we saw there.
Returnable here for Davis. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. For a sack. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. 2nd down, Bridgewater. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. A gain of 32 that time. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
He's got the hook up here to Leonard Hankerson. That'll be a gain of 15 yards, and they're going to have a third down.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw. In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold. On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. He'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to bring up a third down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
They'll look to throw. He was trying to get it to Michael Crabtree there. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop to a point and react into the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to...
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Derek Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. They've kind of got a situation here. Still 3 timeouts defensively, so maybe you try to run a play.
And if you do it as safe as possible. And I think maybe even quarterback.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Clay Matthews, the outside linebacker, drops him for a loss of 6. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Brady going to throw here. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. He's at the 40. 20. 10. And oh, at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. And the Cowboys have recovered. There were times where this felt more like a soccer match, just not a lot of offense. Really good defensive battle, though.
You kept wondering if one of the teams would break out today. Neither one of them really did. One got just enough points to win the game. Excellent defensive football.